guys. So it's our first full day in Athens. We obviously left you last night before we went out for dinner. We went for a walk and found a place that someone recommended to us on Instagram, which was called God's Restaurant.
Gods of Athens, maybe? It was near the museum.
Yeah, we have got some pictures, so we put it on Instagram, and it was really, really nice food. Like the restaurant was full, locals were eating there, which is obviously always a good sign. I had like a lamb shank with Greek salad, which I know sounds odd, but it's really, really tasty. And you had like the chicken...
Shavaki, I think it's called.
However you say
chicken
that.
Chicken shish, basically.
Which was really nice.
Really tasty.
And then we went out and had some drinks. We went to like a couple of rooftop bars, and then just a couple of general bars. And then didn't really have much of a late night, to be honest, because we were both shattered. We got up this morning and went to go to the gym, which is in the hotel.
Yeah.
Gym's a questionable mark over that one. It's got
a small room.
It's got 2 treadmills, 1 spin bike, and a couple of dumbbells. So we kind of done the best we could with that, just so we, feel good about ourselves. And then we went and got a coffee from a local place and had like a really nice protein smoothie type breakfast bowl. Yours was more like an acai type bowl, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was tasty.
Mine was like a peanut butter protein thing, which was really nice. Mm-hmm. And then when we checked in, they gave us a leaflet for the hop on, hop off bus. We found it cheaper on Viator, so we were just going to book direct, but it's always worth checking, like Viator or Get Your Guide. We normally use one of those. So we've got the 48-hour one on all 3 lines, which means we can use the red, blue and green, so we can go down to the beach and stuff like that, for the price cheaper than what they were charging here for just 1 line. So we're going to do that today, stick around local to Athens, and then tomorrow go down to like the port, the beach, and then kind of see the other places.
We're on this one.
So we'll show you a bit of a glare.
City sightseeing bus. Hop on, hop off.
The red buses.
Yeah.
So we'll show you around that once we do that, and then go from there, really. So come along and have fun. We've got on the bus, and our first stop that we're going to go to is the Parthenon, I think that's how you say it, which is the Acropolis. It's the city sightseeing tour, because obviously there are 3 different buses that you can get on, 3 different companies. I say earlier we booked it through Viator, but I don't think I mentioned how much it was. I think it was £22 each, which was all lines, so there's 3 lines that you can use over a 2-day period. So obviously from the moment you activate it, you then get a 48-hour period to then use it. My glasses on, I'm right. There we go.
Did you wait too long? Tell him that you love him, but he's already gone, darling. Did you make too wrong?
That's the cutest police car you've ever seen. Only in Greece.
Και ένα παιδί που μόναχο το δρόμο του γυρεύει. Βγάλε στο μάγνη τον πόνο τραγούδια.
We have made it into the Parthenon, which is the afternoon, so I think you either need to come here first thing in the morning or later in the afternoon, and there was no queue. As we mentioned earlier, we booked it online to then skip the queue of the tickets, because you have to then queue to get your tickets, and then you have to then queue to get in. But this is it. It looks like a long way up. Making my way downtown. Actually, we're making our way up the Acropolis. Very steep. There's 2 entrances. There's a north and a south entrance. So you do help with the flow of traffic and stuff like that. God, it's very hot. I keep saying that. I feel it got cut off. Some Greek woman yelled at me and said you're not allowed to use video with a microphone. iPhone only, apparently. Obviously the rebel that I am, I put it back on anyway. We're about halfway up. Not for the non-able-bodied, I would say that. It's very steep, very cobbly.
Know that daddy never made it right before, darling. You were never made to be the judge, darling. He never changed his way for me to budge, darling. It's feeling like a cold dark wind and the sun still behind the trees, yeah. She asked me if I had
So we have just walked up, God knows how many steps, and now we're getting the cable car, which goes up to
Lycabettus Hill, maybe?
that one, what he said. Someone else referred to it as Hercules tower. So it's one of the highest points in Athens, apparently, which is you can't build above it, is what some guy told us in a restaurant yesterday. Whether that's valid or not, I don't know. Feels like we're in Space Mountain with all the lights. But it is going very slow. It's all indoors. I thought it was going to be outdoors. But it's meant to be really beautiful at the top, so let's see what happens. So this is the top of
Lycabettus. Something like that.
There we go. It has a place up here to get a drink and some snacks and some food, and obviously it's got some really great views of Athens. So we've got the cable car up, but we are going to walk down, which apparently is 300 steps, but you know, gets our steps in for today. So we come around to the other side where you can see the Acropolis, the Parthenon. You're good?
Yep.
Yeah? There's a lot of steps here. Very slippery as well. So this is some really nice views. And right in the distance, you probably can't see, is where the cruise port is. And there are 3 cruise ships in today, which is great. And that's obviously where we're going from Sunday. So yeah, this is a great place to come if you are coming to Athens. And definitely give this a go. You can get the cable car up and down, or just walk, whatever you prefer. But yeah, this is a great day. It's really nice and sunny. So this is the restaurant that we just had a drink in, which obviously is at the top of this area. They have shaded and obviously some unshaded parts. You can get some nice drinks, some food. Now we're just going back the way we came. It's super welcome. It's all very pretty as well, and there's lots of olive trees in Athens. We do have an olive tree in our garden at home, but it's nowhere near the size of one of these. Trying to nurture that to make it look pretty. Quite pretty. Now we're on our way down to get the hop on, hop off bus.
Yep.
What I would suggest is, if you don't like walking, or these steps are like all over the place, they're not stable.
If you've got mobility issues, this is
could
not the one.
Break your ankle. I nearly just slid over. Tristan told me off because he said I wasn't paying attention, which I wasn't. I was on my phone at the same time trying to take a picture and trying to connect the microphone, so I was trying to multitask, which I don't do well on at the best of times. But it was only a stone floor and I nearly slid on it. I don't quite know how that's possible, but anyway, really nice views. It's a really hot day. I'm not going to complain because, you know, that's what we normally do. But so far, Athens is really, really beautiful. Definitely good if you like adventures, that's for sure. Tristan's got the guns out today because he's on the vest top. Obviously I'm biased, but you know. As we were just saying, last night we navigated the metro system to get around the city when we wanted to enter some bars, and you can kind of get across very quickly and very cheaply. It's very efficient.
€1.20?
Yeah, €1.20 for each of us, which is really good, I think.
And that lasts up to 90 minutes, so you can travel for
Oh, does it? I didn't realise
90
that.
minutes, yeah.
And it was like, I think it's like a 15-minute walk, well, it was like 5 minutes on the tube, or metro, whatever you call it. And it was quite funny because I said, if you can navigate a metro in a foreign country where you cannot understand the language, and Greek words and language, wow, it's quite difficult to understand. Are we going this way or that way? That's on a main road, so we could follow that because it's got a path, but
Let's go down there.
but we was comparing it to last year when we went to Germany. We went to Cologne for the weekend, and honestly, we really struggled just to work their system. We was always told that the Germans are really efficient, but we had 2 train delays and 1 cancellation when we was trying to get back to the airport. We couldn't work their system at all. It was actually really difficult. So here it's actually really a breeze. So maybe it's just set up different, or maybe we just had a different experience. But yeah, so don't be afraid to give it a go is what I would say. We made it back to the hotel after a day of exploring Athens on the hop-off, hop-on bus, other way around maybe.
Hop on, hop off?
Yeah, that one, that did. We managed to get into the Parthenon, which was really good.
Very hot.
Yeah, cloud cover would have been really nice. And and you might have seen earlier, depending on if it gets put in, we did get told off for using a speaker. And he slid over multiple times today in the Parthenon, so I did say I wonder how many people actually break their ankle or something equivalent, because it is very slippery.
Yes.
Thanks for watching so far. I don't know if this is going to be like a day on its own, or it might be amalgamated like with Athens over a couple of days because of how much we've actually recorded and that sort of thing. But if not, then the next one will either be a second day in Athens, which is tomorrow, and I think we're going to go to the beach in the day after we get on the ship. So we'll probably then be recording stuff on there. So
Nice.
again, if you like what we're doing so far, please feedback, like it, subscribe it, notification bell to get notifications of future vlogs. Cheers.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Another minute and I ain't had the heart to eat. Yeah. It's feeling like a cold dark winter.
Morning guys, day 2 in Athens. Well, second full day really. We got up in the morning, went to get a coffee. Yeah, so we went and found a Starbucks because everywhere we go we always collect a mug from the We Are Here collection, or whatever it's called, or You Are Here collection. So we found one. I thought we'd better get it before we go on the cruise, because when we get back we're not going to have time. They had basically one from every single Greek island in there, which is quite nice, but we just got an Athens one, and then obviously the other islands we go to, if we see one there we'll pick one up, so that's quite nice. I'll show you that another day. We're now walking to get the hop on, hop off bus, because you know we've got it for a couple of days, and we're then going to head down to the beach because we can use the other lines within the ticket, and go and explore down like the marina, the port area, and yeah, just have a bit of a day at the beach actually. So come with us. Oh, you right?
Yeah.
I thought you were just going to say something.
No.
But yeah, last night after we left you, we went out for dinner. We went for some drinks. It was a really nice Greek type restaurant, like authentic Greek cuisine. All the food out here so far has been really nice. It's all like grilled meat as well, so it's not like it's unhealthy. That's my justification anyway. And the Greek wine is all really nice. I think it's quite reasonable on price.
Yeah, it's been pretty good actually.
Everywhere we go, like bear in mind it's quite touristy in Athens. I'd expect to pay more, but it's I think quite reasonable. So so far so good. And the weather today looks like it's going to be a scorching day, whereas we thought yesterday was hot. So lots of sun cream on today, guys. But yeah, come along with us. Just heading to, they've got a Harley Davidson shop here, which my dad absolutely loves because he's got a Harley Davidson. And also brother-in-law, so my sister's now husband, also loves Harley Davidson, and also they've got a little boy, our nephew, who's like into bikes. So everywhere we go, like we said earlier, we get a Starbucks mug. I always have to get him a Harley Davidson t-shirt. So he's got a wardrobe filled t-shirts from anywhere we go.
Loads of them.
Like Miami, Orlando, New York, Barcelona,
San Fran.
Paris, San Francisco, like yeah, basically like, in all the places we go to. So Harley Davidson shop in Athens. It's only small, but you know, just gonna have a little look. They have all of the different style t-shirts, as you'd expect in any of these stores. Athens in general has got a lot of like lanes and dependent stores, and there's definitely lots of places you can get like souvenirs, and lost track of how many places there are with fridge magnets and yeah, the general sort of things that you can find. They also have some really nice stores as well, so we've walked past a couple like general clothing stores and things like that, so definitely got to think of a mix to kind of accommodate everyone's taste of, you know, trinkets to take home, chocolate, sweets, souvenirs, you know, to anything you want really. Tristan has found a souvenir that he would like. So we haven't got the type of fridge that you can put magnets on, so we don't get magnets ourselves, but for work, Tristan gets a magnet everywhere we go. But we don't look for the nicest magnet, we look for the worst possible magnet that you can find. You know, ones that have been dropped, that have been chipped, the colouring's off. That's quite cute. Yeah. But yeah, so we're always on the hunt for the worst possible magnet you can find. It has to be something that you wouldn't want on your fridge. You know, not like the cute ones that you get of actual nice from the place that you've been. They have to be something that is not fridge worthy. These are probably all too nice.
Yeah, these are way too nice.
We need to find one that's not. And we're back on the bus. This time they got the roof down, so we're actually sat on the top, heading to the beach. We just got ourselves a smoothie. These are pretty frequent, to be honest. The beach ones are like hourly, the other ones are more like 20 minutes. But it's the first one we got on where they've actually opened the roof part, which is quite nice on today's day.
Sun still behind the trees, yeah. She asked me if I had another minute and I didn't have the heart to leave. One day I'll be everything you ever wanted. Until then I'll be out here fighting like it's nothing.
So made it to the beach. Would you be surprised if I told you you have to pay to go onto the beach? I'm very surprised. That's a new one. I think it covers quite a long stretch of the beach, but that just literally, you just have to pay to get on the beach, which, okay, there's music in the background, so I probably should kind of ignore that. But no sunbeds available, I think probably because we got here in the afternoon, not the morning, so that's our own fault, which is not a problem. But yeah, just something to note. So the beach down near, I have to get the actual name, near the marina in Athens, you do have to pay for it. It's €12 because it's a Saturday. It's slightly cheaper on a weekday. So now we're going to try and find somewhere to sit. I did want to do a bit more vlogging, to be honest, but it's very busy and the music is very loud, so I'm conscious of not obviously having that in the background. Although it's not like normal music, it's just kind of mimicked music, if that makes sense. So I don't think there's a copyright issue here, but just been a bit conscious that there's a lot of people around. It's been very busy. We haven't got like official sunbeds because we didn't rock up until the afternoon, but we have managed to get like a day bed of some kind, so we could still sort of chill out. We've had some margaritas, we've managed to get some food. What was that?
And it was free.
What was free?
The day bed.
Oh, okay, the day bed was free, not the margaritas. All of the sunbeds, as we mentioned earlier, you have to pay to get into the beach, but the sunbeds were also chargeable. But because this is not an officially sunbed, they didn't want to charge us, so that was fine. We have seen people then go and get sunbeds, and then they were charged, even where people have already paid for them and moved on. It is a nice place. There is service, although I would say it's a little bit slow, if I'm honest.
It's not great.
It's a bit inconsistent. But it's a nice place to come and chill. Kind of doesn't make you feel like you're in a city, obviously, because Athens, I would class that as that, obviously, but the beach is really stunning. You also got the coastal line outside where you can see obviously all the other Greek islands, which is really nice. The drinks have been good, they're not been watered down, obviously, because you're paying a premium, I would say. So they're pretty good. And the food was really nice as well. We had like a quinoa chicken salad, so that was also quite tasty. Gonna stay here for a little while longer and then get the bus back, or like the hop on hop off bus back into the city centre. Maybe then go for another drink, have a little walk around, then head back, freshen up, go out later. And also we're getting on the cruise tomorrow, so we're probably going to go out tonight, as Tristan quite lightly points out. A lot of the places don't open though until quite late, like bars and stuff, so we'll sort of head around the main area for some drinks and that sort of thing. And then we don't need to get to the cruise. Our boarding time's at 1:45, so we'll probably have a bit more content to show you of like boarding day of the cruise and our room tour and the general cruise itself before everybody else gets in. Get my teeth back in. But so far it's been a nice day. It's been a nice few days in Athens. It's definitely a nice place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been really nice.
Down by this end kind of reminds me a little bit of Old Town Ibiza.
Yeah.
Like it's got nice beach vibes, there's some nice hotels. Similar to Barcelona as well. If you've been to Barcelona, you go down to sort of the area where the sea is and that sort of thing. You know, they've got a nice vibe as well. So it's definitely somewhere to check out if you haven't been to. So that brings our time in Athens to a close. So make sure you subscribe and watch out for our next vlog, where we board Scarlet Lady with Virgin Voyages around the